The decision 2 weeks ago by 8 Republicans to join with 208 Democrats, including AOC, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, Eric Swalwell, Adam Schiff, and Hakeem Jeffries, to remove Kevin McCarthy as Speaker was foolish and irresponsible. While everyone in our conference is entitled to have their voice heard, we should never have allowed 8 of our members to drag us into this ditch with no plan to get out of it. No political organization can function that way. It's not healthy or rational. The majority must rule. If not, a small handful of folks could undermine the conference, which is exactly what has happened throughout the course of this year. The mess that has ensued has prevented us from continuing to address the critical issues impacting the American people, including passing our appropriations bills and cutting spending, securing our border, reversing the damage of Bidenomics, and holding the administration accountable. And it has left us in a weakened position to deal with the Iranian-backed Hamas terrorist attacks in Israel and the Russian invasion of Ukraine. With so much at stake, it is critical that Republicans unify behind a speaker, as well as the plan to address these issues and more. Republicans must demonstrate to the country that they were wise to give us a majority in 2022. For 2+ weeks, the chaos sowed by 8 Republicans and 208 Democrats in ousting Speaker McCarthy has set us back in delivering on our promises. We simply cannot move forward without a speaker. Unfortunately, neither Kevin McCarthy, Steve Scalise, or Jim Jordan were able to build consensus behind their candidacies, and for the good of the conference, the party, and the country, have stepped aside. Next week, when we return to Washington to elect our next speaker, we must work to elect someone that can build consensus. Now, it's my belief that the next speaker must bring together Republicans from all across the spectrum of our conference to work together on the key issues we all ran on and find consensus on that path forward. While we will not agree on everything, and frankly, there are strong differences of opinions and personality, we must put all of that aside and forge a path forward for the American people. Whoever the candidate is, they must be able to build a coalition of 217 votes from across the conference for both their candidacy and their plan. From securing the border to reducing inflation and cutting government spending, from increasing domestic production of energy to supporting law enforcement and our troops, from taking on China and standing by Israel to cracking down on the drug cartels and holding despots and dictators accountable. We must get back to work on behalf of the American people, but can only do so with a leader that can build consensus across the conference. I look forward to hearing from the candidates for Speaker at the forum on Monday night, and stand ready and willing to work with each of them on these issues in support of the 17th Congressional District residents.